Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Full Package RC. We are back at it going strong for 2025. I'm Bob. Alongside me is Mike.
Hey guys, what's up?
And Aaron.
What's up?
So tonight we've got another really good guest with us. Kicking off the year strong. Heli strong, I guess we could say, since we're 2 episodes for Helis in a row. Tonight we have joining us Jeremy Lorenzo.
Hello everyone.
What's
Glad I
going
can be
on?
here with you guys.
So before we dive into everything, we got to go around and see what everybody's been up to in the last couple of weeks. How about we start with Aaron? What you have anything going on, or what you've been up to just for the last couple of weeks?
Same old. Over the winter, been doing a lot of RC drifting. When I'm not doing the RC drifting, just kind of working on the real drift cars. That's about it. It's always pretty much one of the 2 real drift cars that I'm working on, and that's like a constant ongoing battle. Yeah, that's about it. RC drifting and real drifting still pretty much going strong.
So drifting in some fashion just bleeding you of all your money.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. It's a lot of fun, but
it's always something
right
sucking
now,
you dry.
Right now, yeah, we're in the worst part of the season where we have snow, so I can't even go do real drifting, right? So
You can just be a little extra super sketchy.
Wintertime in the snow's the best time to drift.
Hell yeah, you can drift anything.
Well, the main drift car, the Lexus, won't move because it's on the ground. It doesn't really move in snow.
You get more than an inch of snow, you're screwed.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can take the BMW out. That's like the seat time car, but the Lexus won't move in snow.
Nice.
I got some old wheels and tires off my Jeep. We could hook it up, man.
Yeah,
we'll get that thing up off the ground a little bit.
Monster Lexus. Yeah. That'd be cool. Drift the Jeep, Mike. Go for it.
Oh, I've been. It's too smart though. It's got too much traction control. Like even if you shut the traction control off, once it gets sideways, it starts like applying brakes and all kind of shit and trying to straighten itself out. So
I'll let you rip my E46. Come down and visit us. You can come drift with me, and
that'd be a good time. Hell yeah.
We'll get snow drifting.
I used to have a Ford Ranger when I was like 16, 17. Every time it would snow, we'd make a drift track out of the mall, just going around the mall, around and around, and then all the snowplow guys would start chasing us because we'd be screwing up all their, like they'd plow everything into rows to keep the wind from blowing more snow around.
And just pissing them off.
We just blasting through it like dickheads.
Nice. So what about you, Mike? What's going on with you lately?
Not a whole lot. Been working. I did get out to do a test flight on my Steam 420.
And
it's got a little tail wag. I'm not sure if I got the tail, like the thrust bearings in backwards or something. I have to do some inspecting on it. But it also was like, I don't know, 10, 12 degrees out when we flew it. Okay. So I'm not sure if that had a lot to do with it. So I kind of took it easy on it, just kind of putted it around a little bit until I could figure out the tail and stuff on it. I'm not going to push it too hard, but it seems okay.
Sure
feels like a 420. You know, I'm not super big on the small helis, but I think it'll be fun.
You sure it wasn't?
Yeah, go ahead.
It wasn't just your fingers, shaking around because you're so freaking cold?
Oh no. We have torpedo heaters. We actually had an electric heater plugged in. We wrapped our carport in plastic and we shoot a torpedo heater in there. It's like a 250,000 BTU torpedo heater.
Nice.
And the electric heater was set at 85 degrees. It was actually shutting off because it was getting too warm. So it was nice and toasty in there. So
you're out there in your Speedos flying.
One of the new guys that joined our club last year, he's building a Steam 422 as his first kit that he's building himself. So we had him over, and I kind of been walking him through, helping him out and stuff like that. So
nice.
Other than that, I've been trying to talk myself out of picking up a Pro Moto or talking Bob and Aaron into buying a Pro Moto to help myself buy one.
That is incredibly easy to talk you out of one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll just show you something shiny, and you'll move on from it.
That's true. I just need to wait like a week, and I'll find something different. If they weren't like $600, I would order one right now. But that's a lot of money for a little RC dirt bike.
It is, yeah. And then the fact that you only want to try to use them so when we get together at like Fun Flies, I mean,
yeah, it'd be fun. Put a ramp out, rip the Pro Motos.
It's just a little much money just for probably the one event, maybe 2 we'll see each other at this year. I don't know.
But I have to say something though. Those things, they can take a beating. I mean, I think I launched those things, freaking crashed them, and they go strong. That is one thing I have to say.
Jeremy, you're not helping. Terrible. We're supposed to be talking Mike out of it. You're not helping us. This,
I mean,
I
I
think,
know, but like I was at Urcha, I saw one at I think the Cincy Smack. Yeah, the Cincy Smack. They had one, and dude, I got to drive it. They're pretty fun to drive. I'm gonna be honest, but man, those things they eat ramps like nothing.
yeah,
I mean, they take beatings.
that was probably Steven at
Yeah.
both of them. I think he had it
Yeah,
at Urcha. We were beating the crap out of it, and I think he goes to the Cincy SmackDown too.
Yeah.
That's probably all
Yeah,
the
he's
same
from
one.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we were
yeah, but
whooping on that.
those things are they look so fun. So I know we're trying to talk you out of it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was just telling the truth, man. Those things do
You're
look
not helping here.
fun to
I'm
rip.
glad you said that, Jeremy. So
Oh,
what do you
geez.
think about picking up a pro moto with me?
As far as that goes, dude, I got a lot of stuff, man. I got a lot of
Come on, man.
cars. I'm good, dude. I got some Creightons, I got some Arma, some
There you
Arma.
go.
I had the Typhon. Yeah, I got a lot of cars, man, and stuff like that. It's
See,
too
all I
much.
have is an Amazon basher. I think I need to get one.
Gotta get
Yeah, they're pretty
something.
fun. And then in the summertime, I head out to there's this like BMX like a BMX park, and they just put in like brand new ramps and stuff like that. And me and my buddy, we go out and we'll send them and everything. I got a 6S Creighton that I like to launch. It's super fun.
Those
See
are
that,
fun.
Aaron?
Those are good cars.
Yeah,
I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up. We're going to Chicago. We're going gooning with the pro
Nice.
motos.
What the fuck is with you and Goonin? What the fuck?
Mike learned a new term.
Yeah, I learned a new word today from the young kids at work.
Oh my god, you're
He's
ridiculous.
gooning.
Yeah,
So who taught you that?
come on, don't be mid.
What? All right. I'm
Oh,
not even going to ask.
Yeah,
Mike
Aaron's
Anyway,
is
ignoring me
fucking
now.
out of
He's-
touch. No comment.
so
no comment.
I am. I'm an old man. What can I say?
Someone shut this boomer up.
So I've been up to the same thing of just as Aaron, of basically just drifting. That's about it. RC drifting, getting better at it, learning more about tuning, hitting some other tracks around, and it's been fun. I'm really enjoying the drifting way more than what I ever thought I would, to the point where I kind of want to do a competition. I'm at that point where I think I'm ready to do something.
Nice.
I want to make it happen. I don't know how good I'll
When
do.
you say
What do you think, Aaron? Be honest.
I mean, he's good enough to compete. I personally won't be competing in any of the drift events. I think they run a little goofy, but I mean, I think he's ready for it. Yeah, I personally will not be competing.
Why not? You don't want to go with me? Come
I'm
on.
good.
Let's do it.
I'm good.
We can take an Easter 1-2
Any
sweep.
of the scale drift series around here, I'm super good on that.
We'll put the Yokomos at the top there.
He's more into gooning.
Yeah. Oh, man. And on that note, I guess we'll move on from our, see, every show, 2-3 minutes in, it just goes off the rails. It becomes a shit show. What can we say? I think that's why we enjoy it so much. So,
yeah,
well, thank you, Jeremy, for joining our little shit show. We appreciate it.
absolutely, man.
And agreeing to be on.
Anytime.
Give us a, I don't know, maybe a 60-second of who you are. For anybody who doesn't know who you are, give us a quick, 60 to 90 seconds. Tell us who you are and fill people in a bit.
Okay, so yeah, sounds good. So my name is Jeremy Lorenzo. You can search me up on Facebook as Jeremy Lorenzo or any of those social media platforms. I am a 3D helicopter pilot. I'm very addicted to it, and yeah, I'm pretty much just fly helicopters a lot and love RCs. I'm 19 years old. I've been doing the helicopter world and RC world for basically my whole life, but the 3D helicopters, I've been into it for I probably just hit my 3-year mark. But
Wow.
RCs, I was kind of born into it. My father did it, my grandfather did it. It was just something that was super fun to do, and I fell in love with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm in college right now as well for automotive and diesel technician as well.
Cool.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm just your regular 3D helicopter pilot, man.
Don't let Jeremy fool you. He is still one of the few people out there that you can talk into flying hard as shit, where you can get him on the deck. He has a cool style of flying. Jeremy's he's a very humble pilot, but he is an incredible pilot, especially for his age. So
Thank you.
you know,
Thank you.
I met you probably a year and a half, 2 years ago at this point, and
Yeah.
right off the rip, you were one of the few people remaining that you can just talk shit to and you listen, and I love that.
Yeah,
There's
it was
very
with the
few.
S2. With
Yeah,
the S2. With the S2. I remember, man, it was at the heli throwdown, the competition at Mike's field. Remember that,
yeah,
Mike?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember that? Which, by the way, we
Yep.
need to. I wanna go there again, man. So you guys gotta set something up, just really quick.
Yeah,
Putting that out there.
For real.
yeah.
That was super fun. I love that event. But yeah, Aaron, I remember, man, I was flying the S2 and he kept telling me, "Come on, man, blade scrape it, blade scrape it."
He does that to
And yeah,
everybody.
yeah, and yeah, that was pretty fun, Aaron. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, and even since
Crystal
that
clear.
event, you've gotten even leaps and bounds better since that event. I mean, I remember seeing you flying to Urcha doing the what was it, the Smackdown Under the Sun. I mean, you threw it the fuck down. I mean, you're definitely a very good pilot, and you're entertaining to watch. Which unfortunately, and we've all kind of spoke about before, is a dying breed of the entertainment aspect as far as flying. You know, the flying lower, the flying smackier and harder. Everyone, it seems like in recent years, gets a little higher up off the ground and flies a little smoother. So, and which
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can still do. You know, you can fly smooth, not taking that away from you. But when push comes to shove, you can still smack it and kind of throw it down.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. I try to balance it out. So like when I'm doing like for instance like a demo or something like that, which I do quite a bit. I'll try to like use as much space as possible and everything, but during the demo, like I like to get a little low and everything, just to amp the crowd up and stuff like that.
So here's my question. So you're 19
Yep.
in school, got a lot going on. So when you stuff a heli in and it needs repairs, who's paying for it? Does it come out of your pocket, or is your dad taking care of it for you?
My parents help a lot. My
Okay.
parents do help a lot. The sponsors as well. My sponsors, they send me parts and everything like that as well. But yeah, it's a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
That's good because
My sponsors, I have to say, my sponsors do help me a lot. I also have to give thanks to them. They
go
do
ahead,
send
give
me
your
quite a bit of
sponsors a shout
things.
out.
Oh yeah, shout out to HeliDirect, #1. Torque Servos as well, and System X as well. Radio Master System X. Sorry.
Nice. My theory is to go along with what Aaron was saying. You get guys that are throwing down hard. You know, Aaron did that and is entertaining and he's really good at it. A lot of guys would do it, but then there's a point where other things come in. Somebody buys a house, they have other responsibilities and realize maybe they don't have as much money going. So there's a correlation, I think, of the smack is still there, but it's a few feet higher and not quite as low to give you that extra half a mistake height. That way you're not crashing quite all the time. So I think the hard flying's still there. It's just not down on the deck.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just kind of my theory with it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always. That's the thing. Like, I usually try to save the ground smacking. All right, let's look for that floor and try to hit it as hard as possible. I usually try to save that for more like demos or something like that, big competitions and everything like that. But when I'm out just flying and at an event and I'll go out, put some packs through the heli and everything like that, I usually do keep it like eye level. You know what I mean? So like I try not to pass that line right there. I'll go, I'll do some backflips, like maybe touch a skid or something like that. But besides that, I don't really like fly super, super low all the time. I try to keep it up there, just in case if something does happen. And if I'm tuning as well, I'll keep it up in the air just in case if something happens. I can recover the machine pretty.
You
Pretty
hear that,
easy.
Aaron? Some flights can be up a little bit higher.
I agree. Hey, there's a time and a place, like he just mentioned. If you're tuning, if
Yep.
you're making adjustments. However, for some
Don't
reason
listen to him, Aaron.
in my twisted mind, ever since I've started flying low and flying on the ground is what I can only equate to as like heroin. It's so good you can't stop.
Oh,
You
I know.
just-
I've given
Oh,
you
I
helis
know.
that we're
Ground,
tuning and setting up.
Aaron, I know what you mean, dude. I know what you mean.
Exactly.
It's like once you get it started, the thing is about smacking, it's like once you start and you see it's going good and you're comfortable, you're in that zone, you're pumped up, you've already done 15 flights prior to that. Dude, it is hard to stop, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. It's hard.
Yeah.
Unless like you're when you're getting into it, your body's getting into it a little bit, where you can feel the, you're clenching on every time you're popping it at the ground, like that. That
Yeah.
is like a drug, and that is what I love about. And it's not even, we've argued this before, as far as like, I'll fly low just as much for myself as the entertainment aspect of it, where there's a lot of people who just fly low just to fly low to make it look cool. And it to me, I'll fly low if I'm the only one at the field. Like that shit is just as entertaining to me, whether I'm doing it in front of 100 people or doing it in front of myself. I'll fly the same, and I love that. It's that feeling of just keeping it on the ground. That's satisfying, just like it again, like related into the drifting world, it's the same as like, you get a little satisfying wall tap. It's like once you do one, it's like a drug. Like there's just certain things that feel right. And again, I come from like skateboarding, where you do a certain trick, certain things feel more satisfying than others. That flying on the ground is like doing a really clean kickflip, or there's definitely something to equate it to, for sure.
Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of people also miss is like when you fly low, it also shows like your precision as well. You can't really do like maneuvers that you're not 100% comfortable with low to the ground, because then maybe you're not going to pop it as right, or you're not going to save it, like maybe roll out of it as quickly. So like when you fly low, it also shows like your precision and your comfort with the machine and your settings and everything that you have.
Right. And as long as not mistaking flying low for flying far away. You can fly low, but don't fly 2 feet in front of yourself.
Yep.
That's
Safety
just to
first.
clarify that. Yeah.
Yeah, safety's always first, man.
How about you weigh in, Mike?
And
What do
you
you
always-
think? Where are you at on the flying low thing?
I think I agree with everything they're saying. One thing I noticed, like, when we fly at our club, we usually have, 8 to 10 guys out there on a good weekend. And one thing that I noticed is it's also contagious. Like if one person starts getting low, you'll notice like everybody else kind of kicks it up a notch, and then all the way until somebody puts it in. And we have a joke at our field, they come in threes. So once the third person crashes for the day, then everybody's back to flying low again, like trying to push their luck. So it's kind of silly, but yeah, I agree. Now I am not precise by any means, but I still try to get low, and I just end up buying more parts than most guys that fly low. But I've tried. I do my old man 3D.
Nice. Yeah, that's why I just stick to my sport flying. I don't even try to do the crazy shit. I'll come down and maybe cut some grass, but that's about it. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I guess I'm just too old to learn all the new stuff, but I'm good with it. Doesn't
And
bug me
again,
at all.
to add on to that, there's something to be said about when, and this is my favorite thing in the world, going out, spotting for someone, and kind of being that little dick of just going, hey, get lower, you're not doing good enough, get lower. And I can't reiterate enough, Jeremy was one of the few around anymore at all that listens, and that was fun.
Yeah.
I think that was mid competition too. That was mid. Like one of the throwdowns we were doing.
Yep.
And he's very easy to talk lower and lower and lower and lower, and he listens. So if you're yelling to him from the crowd, he'll actually do it.
You always like when people, you can talk shit to them and they listen to you.
Very few people anymore. Yeah. Half the time they'll just ignore you while they're flying. So it's nice when you can get someone comfortable enough to not only listen to you, but maybe talk back and kind of give you some shit back. So it's nice when people are that comfortable.
So remember that, Jeremy, when you see him flying at the next event, you need to go up while whatever he's doing, and you need to talk some serious shit to him.
Lower.
And he'll do it too. That's
sure. Oh, trust me, I remember. I saw Aaron flying the Drake 570. Correct? Is that it?
Yeah.
Was that the one? Oh yeah, dude, you were throwing it down, dude. Bill Ann has you on video as well. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, you can just go down to Bill Ann's channel and scroll down a little bit. You'll see Aaron throwing it down as well.
Yeah.
Shout out Bill Ann though. That was a good video. But yeah, I think that was before I wrecked the blades.
Nah,
he's all right.
You don't want to go to Bill Ann's channel. No.
Yeah.
Bill's fucking awesome.
His videos are subpar.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe to Bill Ann. You don't want to do that. You want to go subscribe to RC Speed Racer, though, is what you want to do. So
Jeremy, what did you
just kidding. We do love you, Bill.
What did you get into first? Were you more into the RC cars first, or were you doing more of the helicopters first? Because I feel like especially someone our age. I'm not a lot older than you. I'm 26. People kind of in our age group, it's definitely more of a niche hobby to get into, certainly for someone our age. And I've always definitely seen people take the car route for sure. Because heli is even more niche. Excuse me. So how did you get into it from your family, and what were you into first?
Okay, so when I first started, I was into helicopters, and then this was when I was probably a baby. I think I was still in Pampers at the time. I was very into helicopters and everything, and once time went on, I got into planes and cars at the same time. So I got into the monster trucks and everything, Traxxas and everything, and then cars. That's like what really hooked me into the RCs and everything. The cars. Me and my dad did it a lot. I had a Red Cat Volcano. He had his T Max 3.3, and we always used to rip those around. And then my father, he got back into planes. So he bought a plane. He wanted to try it out, and I didn't fly it. I wasn't flying planes at the time, but I would watch him and everything like that. And then he started getting into it, and so then I was really like loving it, And that's when the planes started to mix in and everything, and I got into planes. I did planes for about, I want to say, 8 or 9 years, and
Wow.
really, yeah, I really fell in love with planes. I started going to like different clubs and seeing all like the different sizes, huge ones.
Did you get into like 3D flying?
I was surprisingly, a lot of people ask me that, and surprisingly, I was more into warbirds.
Oh, cool.
I really love the warbirds. The P-51. That's my favorite plane, the P-51D Mustang. I was just really big into warbirds. Right before I got into helicopters, I was starting to get into 3D planes. Doing some knife edges, hovers, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But then I went out to a club. It was a RC picnic. It was just a picnic at one of the local clubs. And at the end of the picnic, the heli guys came out, and one of them brought out a Logo 700, and he started doing funnels all around the field, doing some loops and everything. And that caught me. That caught me very good. And I was like, dude, I gotta try that. And so shortly after, I ended up getting a Nano S2. I don't know if you guys know that one from Horizon Hobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep, I ended up getting one of those to start off, and I destroyed that thing all over the house trying to learn it. At the same time, I was also simming a little bit as well. Not as much as I do now, but I was using the sim and everything. And then one day I was just able to flip the helicopter on the Nano S2, and I was just able to flip it and hold it. And actually, if you go on my Facebook or YouTube, my YouTube channel as well, you could go down and you'll see me practicing just holding a hover upside down. So like my helicopter journey has been like documented the whole way. You can really
That's
see the
cool.
progress. So yeah, I was just practicing how to hover like upside down, and then from there it just kind of took off. I just started practicing more. I went to more um, helicopter events and everything, and it just kind of grew from there. And I've been in love with it ever since because I flew planes for about like 9 years, and so when I flew helicopters and started getting into 3D, it was like a new adrenaline. You know what I mean? It was just a whole new world of like the community, the helicopters, the adrenaline that you get from flying like upside down and doing the stunts and all that. I was never used to that because I was just flying like warbirds and stuff like that, like just doing more scale flying. And yeah, I got hooked, man. I got hooked badly with the helicopters. It was just something super cool to do. And yeah, that's pretty much the
So,
journey.
sounds like many other people's
Nice.
stories. You pick up one heli and you're hooked.
Oh yeah, it's insane how fast I got hooked, and especially because I've always been into the hobby. I've always done it with from cars to planes to little like drones and stuff. I've always been in the hobby, and I've always loved it. But when you do like a flip with the helicopter, especially like when I first started, my gosh, was it like you get the knees shaking and everything like that. It was just like a whole new adrenaline and feeling. And I fell in love with it. I really did. And then I went out to my first IRCHA, and yeah, that's where the fire just took off because I saw Nick Maxwell fly like in person for the first time. Kyle, my good buddy Ben Storick, he threw down some flights in front of me, and dude, I got hooked. But hooked.
Yep, that happens
Awesome.
quick.
So do you do a lot of simming and stuff?
Oh yeah. I sim almost every day. Kind of before this podcast, like 30 minutes before this podcast, I was on the sim as well. And yeah, I sim every day. I used to when I first got into 3D, and I started, wanting to learn like a lot more maneuvers. I used to sim about 5 hours a day.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, I was very heavy into it. And if I didn't have my sim, I don't think I would be anywhere near as good as I am, like, with maneuvers that I know and everything.
Now,
Right.
which sim are you using?
When I first started off was AccuRC. I don't know if you guys know that one.
Oh, yep.
But then I moved on I want to say about a year ago. I moved on to HeliX, and that's been my favorite one right now. HeliX.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
What
Yep.
do you do to make the sim fun? Because I used to get this a lot because I'm very similar to you where when I was a little bit younger, probably that like 16 to 19, I'd be on the sim a lot. Even after I moved out, I'd be on the sim at my place a ton, and it was always fun. I'd play music, I'd hop on for a couple hours.
Yep.
What do you do to keep it exciting and fun? Like, do you fly to music? Do do you do anything different with it?
Oh, me, I use the VR. So that's
Oh, that's
super
huge.
super fun. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
connect. So I have a VR and it connects to my computer and everything. And when I put it on, it's like I'm actually at the field, like flying a real heli and everything. And HeliX, once I got into HeliX, the graphics looked better, the helis looked better, so it's like tremendously fun.
That's
And
sick. Okay,
it
that's
helped
huge.
my flying in real life because I was so used to like the sim having it on VR where it looks super super real that when I went to real life it was kind of just like, all right, let me just adjust a little bit and then you're off.
That's one thing I've never done. That sounds sweet, doing like
The,
VR
the
sim.
VR, if you ever try VR sim, you will love it. It
Are you
is the
using, what are you
coolest
using?
feeling.
Like a MetaQuest 3?
I use the Oculus Quest 2.
Oh, okay. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, just the Oculus Quest 2, and then I have a gaming PC. But my good buddy Kyle, he has a gaming laptop, and he runs it just fine. I know a lot of people. Oh, and another thing that makes it super fun is that on HeliX, you can go online, and so we'll get a group of guys simming together and everything, and all in the same lobby as well. So like you'll see all our helicopters doing TikToks right next to each other and everything.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't simmed for a
Yep.
long time. I just can never hold my attention long enough to do it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
That's because we're old. Well,
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I love the sim shit. Whether it's drifting sim, heli sim. I think if you've done the real thing before, I think you can appreciate it a lot more.
Yes.
Helis. If you've never flown a helicopter but you go jump right into a sim, I don't think you appreciate it enough. I think you have to put a couple flights, struggle through it in real life to really appreciate and understand how it works on a sim. And it's
Yep.
same for like I have a racing sim. I do a lot of drifting, same in kind of that world. And I love it. I think sims have a great purpose for anyone wanting to get into the hobby. I can't
Absolutely.
speak highly enough of them.
Absolutely, yeah. I recommend them to everybody because I do know that there is guys that can't really use the sim because like they get confused, they can't see the machine as good or they can't tell like the orientation, and which I understand it. It's just since I'm younger, I play video games a lot and everything, so I didn't really have a problem getting into it. But if you can do it, I recommend it 1,000%. It will help you tremendously. If I didn't have my sim, I don't know how good I would be in helicopters right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Mike.
So does your dad fly with you at all anymore or?
Yeah, he still does it. Not as much. He kind of likes to watch more than anything. But if I force him enough, yeah, he'll pick up the S2 and fly that.
Nice.
But he's also a plane guy. He likes his planes.
Okay.
So how many helis is in your fleet right now?
Oof. Let me see. One. I have about 10 helicopters right
Okay.
now.
And what's your favorite one of choice right now? Like, what's the go-to?
Man, I knew that question was coming, man. I don't.
Be honest. Doesn't it? You
Oh,
don't have to be political and say the new one, but
man, this is I hate this question, but at the same time, it's like because it's just, man, the thing is, when I got into helicopters, I just flew whatever, and I loved them all. But right now, man, this
if you were
question is
told
so
you could only
difficult.
keep one, what would it be?
Yeah. California wildfires are coming. You can
Yeah.
only save one. Which one you grabbing?
Oh my gosh,
Holy
dude!
shit.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go with. I really don't know,
I'm
man.
struggling on this one.
I really don't know. The Goose Guy R7, the tremendous model. I love that one. I beat the crap out of that one, and it holds just as good. The XL that I have, it's a super precise machine, super precise, and it flies amazing. The new Eel Goblin, I haven't been able to fly it that much. I only have 3 flights on it. And I it flew very good. So, but man, this question, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with for now the RS7,
There
the
you
Goose
go.
Guy RS7.
Okay. Okay. I
I
think
don't think I'm
this.
100%, but
Well, I think the struggle that you had deciding there is a big show of like how far the hobby's come in the last, hell, even the
yeah,
little bit of time that you've been in the helicopter hobby.
Yeah, true.
It's hard to find a bad model these days. You know what I mean?
yes,
All of them seem to
that's the
fly pretty
issue.
good.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's why, like, and the thing is, each one is constructed entirely different from another. You can't really compare one to another. They all fly differently. They all have their own flight characteristic, and they just, like you said, there's no bad models right now out on the market. Every single heli is good that I've seen and fly. Like, I've seen pretty much almost every helicopter fly, and I've flown a lot of them as well, and they all feel really good. But they all
Mhm.
have their little details that, stick out to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And yeah, that's why. And then I have, like, I have a variety of helicopters. Like, I have XL, Goose Sky, Tron, SABs and stuff, and it's pretty hard to choose one because I mean, I love them all. They all fly really good. Like, really good.
That's good. You set up all your
Yeah.
own helis? You do all that yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my good friend Jose Medina. Shout out to him. He taught me a lot on the CGY and everything. And once you do around like 2 helis, 3 helis, you start doing them by yourself.
Yep.
You set up the
You get
Radio
the gist of it.
Master all by yourself. Don't lie.
Oh, okay, no, since I'm not gonna lie, no. My radio was sent to a buddy of mine, Archie, and
Okay.
we're working on something. I can't say too much. Can't say
Okay.
anything.
Oh, we got
But we're working
secrets.
on something. Yep.
Come on,
Secret coming soon.
come on.
Coming
You can
soon. That's
spill
all
the
I gotta
beans here.
say. Stay tuned.
We won't tell anyone.
But
Come on.
nope, can't say it, man. Sorry.
A hint?
Gotta hold my word. Gotta hold my word, man. But the radio was sent out to him, and he did a lot of stuff for me on the radio side, and the fly barless unit. My first one, he helped me set that one up, and then the second one, I did it by myself because I already had the radio part set up, but
Right.
I did the numbers and everything, and just had a couple of friends double check and everything, and I sent my file to them, and I was like, hey guys, can you check it out? And they told me, hey, maybe lower this number a little bit and everything, but yeah, it worked good.
Nice. Yeah, I just I think once they get to the point where, like we mentioned earlier, that they can kind of get rid of a lot of, like, having to update this or flash this, or you know what I mean, they simplify it a lot. I think be a lot more people willing to kind of jump on that wagon.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, I mean, a lot of people jumped on the wagon because, like, it is a learning curve that
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take out of it. It is a learning curve. It intimidates you sometimes because you'll see a lot of numbers, but 90% of them you don't really have to touch.
But that System X thing you guys are working on is huge for people that were struggling. You know what I mean? That's such a big thing.
That's what I'm saying. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Can't talk about it, but stay tuned.
Heard it here first on Full Package, folks.
Oh yeah, stay tuned for that. But it's a learning curve, the Radio Master and everything. It's a learning curve. But what stuck out to me is the feeling of when you actually fly the machine. It's a very, very, very different feeling of, you know, the way it's locked in. How you, for me, what stuck out to me was like, I would yank on the collective super hard and then mix in some cyclic, and it would take it like nothing. It would just do it, and it's so precise and it's super precise. The machine, you put it in the angle that you want, you do whatever you want, and it does it, and it's perfect. I mean, and the way you can tune out pretty much everything like that you feel. I fell in love with it. The way it feels. That's what stuck out to me the most. When I first flew my RS7, that was the first one that I got it set up on. Excuse me. When I first got that one set up, I flew it and I was like, wow. Like I would do funnels and stuff, and it would literally just sit there and do them by itself, basically. I was like,
That's
man,
awesome.
like this. Yeah, I was like, man, like this thing is sick. I need to get more into this. And yeah, I've been in love with it. It's a super, super dialed in system. The Eel Goblin, I have that one on the Radio Master Nexus as well. And I just flew that one, and it flew super, super good. You could go down to my Facebook and see that video of the Maiden. It was super, super good. And I flew that one in about like 20 mile an hour wind, 20, 30 mile an hour wind, and it flew perfect.
Nice.
So
what do you have, like, how many events do you think you want to try to hit in 2025?
I haven't given that much thought yet. For sure Urcha, that's one. HeliX, that's another one that we're trying to head out to. I love going to the Ohio events. Those are like my comfort zones. I really love the fields out there and everything, and the community. I really don't know. I haven't given that much thought yet. Yep.
Urch is your go-to though, for sure. That's the one you won't miss no matter what, right?
Oh yeah. My second Urcha, I went with just like, I think, was it like a 4 days out of surgery, I head out to I went and headed out to Urcha. You can see me walking around with like a big leg brace on and everything. I don't miss that one.
How many have you been at now so far?
Yeah, we don't miss that one.
How many Urchas have you been at?
So far, 3.
Okay.
3 Urchas.
Nice.
You going for the whole week this year?
Yeah, we usually try to, yeah.
Okay, because they changed it from being a Wednesday through Sunday thing. Now it's a Monday through Sunday.
Oh, I know. I don't think I saw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try. We'll try.
Sweet.
My biggest regret from this past Urcha was not linking up with you more. Every time I feel like I saw you in passing, I'd be going to do something, and I was like, "Yo," and you'd be like, "Yeah, going out to fly." And I always saw you like 30 seconds in passing. You're like, "Yo, I'm going to fly." I was like, "All right, I'll be out," and then I'd go get busy. I felt terrible.
Nah, dude. Yeah, you're good. But I was also doing a couple other things and stuff, and with HeliDirect and a couple things like that.
Hey, we gotta lock it in now because I felt bad this past year. I told you last year when you went to go do your night flight, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna come spot you," and then I sipped a little too much. So we gotta lock it in now. When you go out this year, I gotta spot you if you're doing the midnight sun.
Good, yeah, man, yeah.
I gotta get you on the ground.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I'm ready this year, dude. I'm coming with some heat. That's what I can tell you. I've been practicing quite a bit lately. Really putting in some hours on the sim, trying to fill in the gaps in my flight. I don't know if you guys know what that means. Like, kind of just like seeing where, just seeing where my flight kind of like not gets dead or dies down, but really try to keep the heli just going crazy the whole time. You know.
Yep. Man, just because we don't know the lingo. Just because we don't know the lingo now, he's not sure if we know what he means by filling in the gaps.
No. It's just like
me feel really. Well, Jeremy, it was nice having you on the show. Thanks for being here. Goodbye. No.
To be fair, the podcast is called Full Package, so we know all about filling in the gaps.
Yeah, I use that reference a lot. It's just like that's probably my favorite reference to use for like helicopters. Like just fill in the gaps as much as you can. Like when you get out of a funnel and you're just going straight, try to maybe throw some tail in there or something like that. Just little things like that. That's how, in my eyes, I like to improve my flight and stuff.
So you're telling
And
me
how
when I'm
anybody can do
hovering,
it.
I should throw in a pirouette sometimes and not just hover.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yep. That's
Bob,
what I'm telling you.
me and you know all about that, right?
That's right.
Yep.
So aside from the simulator with VR, over the winter, how do you what are if you have other hobbies, what are other hobbies you do? Because I know over the winter it can be rough if you're just simming. Do you do any RC car stuff over the winter? Do you do any other hobby stuff kind of over the winter?
Over the winter, no, not much. No, not really. The cars for sure. This winter we're gonna try to. So I just got into FPV as well. That's a new world that I just joined as well, FPV. So we're hopefully this winter gonna get that all set up. I have the drone, the goggles and everything. I'm just missing the camera, but the cars, I always do the cars in the snow. Love doing that. As much as like outdoor stuff besides the cars and little things like that, not really. I'm not a big fan of the cold.
Don't forget about the Pro Moto you're buying.
Oh
Jeez.
no, yeah. I'll stick with my Creighton, man. That Creighton shreds, dude.
Bring it to
But-
Urcha.
Oh yeah, hopefully. If
Don't
the
bring it
cars
around my Pro Moto.
That Creighton
Oh,
would
I
smash
mean, I
that Pro Moto to pieces.
I was gonna say I think the Creighton will win.
I think it would.
I'm getting the street tires. It's on.
You bring the
Ooh,
Pro Moto,
man.
Jeremy's going to bring the Creighton. I'm going to slip Jeremy $5 and say, take that shit out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a 12S strapped to the guy's back on the bike.
Holy crap! Yeah, never mind that, man. Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah.
You got that.
And you'd be like, wow, where's all that smoke coming from? That's pretty neat. And I'd be like, oh, that's all the electronics blowing up.
Who's driving the smoke bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's driving that?
So what, do you have any idea what your first event of the year is going to be for you? Since you didn't really give it much thought.
I really don't know. We're trying to see about the Miami Amps Fun Fly.
When is that?
We're May 23rd, I want to say. May 23rd.
What about, you ever come over to, you ever think of going to like the Spring Fling in
Yeah,
Virginia?
yeah, that's another one as well. That one I'm still seeing, like trying to think about that one. The one that really has me hooked is HeliX, the
Okay.
Heli Extravaganza.
Yep.
My goodness, that event looks so fun. We're for sure gonna try to get out to that one. The field, people say that it's the best field that you can fly at. It's super beautiful. It's always packed, and that's one that I'm gonna try to head out to. The Amps Fun Fly as well. We're gonna see if maybe we can head out to that one this May, because they're also hosting a competition. Nick Maxwell's gonna be the judge, and Andre, and we're really I want to start competing a lot more and everything. I did the Battle of the Brands. I loved it. I love the feeling, and yeah, I just want to get into more competitions and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I think you should definitely put the Spring Fling on your radar, though, and give it some thought. They're doing that. I think it's the end of April this year, if I'm not mistaken. But it's definitely one to think about for sure.
Oh yeah. Trust me, that's been on the radar too.
That is a
What about you guys? What about you guys, man? You guys, what's so we can maybe meet in the middle somewhere? What about you guys? Any thought on events this upcoming summer?
For me this year, I think I'm going to try to do RCHO. That one is, I think, what is that? Beginning of March, I think I said. I think it's like the first week of March. I think the Spring Fling at the end of April, and Urcha. Those are the three. And then maybe something out with Mike somewhere along the line, whether an event or just a weekend to go screw around with those guys out there. That might be about it.
We'll have to see if we can get something together, get you guys down, and we'll throw Jeremy an invitation. Come on out to Ohio and fly with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love that field. The heli throwdown. That was my first competition where Aaron was my spotter, and he kind of pushed me to go to the limits.
Hey! I was saying the whole time. Hey, it sounds like your pack is shitting out. It sounds like it's shitting out.
I mean, it was my first competition, and I had Kyle Stacy and Matt Bodos and Paul watching me, dude, I had to give it all, man. It was either that heli was gonna turn into dust or I was gonna land it. But
Yeah,
the
you
Not
were
patch
only
went
that,
out.
but you had
down.
Aaron had pent up how many years of fun fly trash talk that he let loose because that was the first fun fly he's been back to in a long, long time.
Yes, it was.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah, it
yeah.
was
So
nice
you got the wrath of all the pent up
Oh yeah.
trash talk from Aaron's years
But
and years of missing fun flies.
no, but at the same time though, it helped me, man, because he motivated
Hell
me, and I
yeah.
was like, man, I gotta squeeze in more maneuvers and do this, do that. Really go in.
Yeah, I heard you. You're like, oh yeah, Aaron's right. I got to get closer to the ground. I got to get
we
closer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
forced you
skid
to
bumped
bump
it.
up. I remember you initially signed up for what, the intermediate or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and then I think you won that, and you bumped up to the advance and like killed it in the advance.
Yeah, so what they told us was, you couldn't, my age. It was because of the age, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the age. So, they saw like, there wasn't a lot of participants in the master, and so they were like, if you guys want to compete in the master class, it's open to everybody. And I was like, shoot, you know what? I guess, why not? And my dad was also telling me, "Come on, man, do it, let's go, man, let's try to do it." And yeah, I ended up doing it. It was a blast. I'd do it again all over.
That was a lot of fun. That was actually my first time. I've competed a couple times, but that was my first time winning any sort of cash. So that was a cool event.
Yeah, that was a
Cool.
fun event, man. I have to say, that was a very, very fun event. And then, I got to meet up with some friends that I really don't get to meet up with. Like Diego Arce. He went out to that one. Matt Bodos as well, Kyle, those guys, Bob, Aaron, you guys. I met you guys there.
Yep.
That was super fun. But yeah, that was a super, super fun event. I'd love to go to that one again. So Mike.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
We're going to put it all back on Mike.
Just kidding.
Oh, wait. And Mike's club members, Mike and his club
Yeah.
members, they all need to step up
Yep.
so they can have an event. You can't put it on as a one-person job.
Yeah.
It takes
we'll see.
many people to put on a good event. So without the support of other people, events don't happen. So
Right. Not only that, but the older I get, and since I'm the president of the club, it falls on my shoulders. The more I think about liability and all that kind of stuff. So it's tough to invite 100 some people that you don't know out to your field.
Yeah.
And keep your fingers crossed all weekend that nothing goes south. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's pretty
absolutely.
stressful. But
Yeah, 100% get you.
But yeah, we'll see. We're working on some stuff, so I'll definitely keep you in the loop.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's going to be a good year. I'm trying to get Aaron to go to RCHO with me because I think he'd have a blast there.
Aaron, that's all you, dude. That's all you.
You might not get him to leave.
I know.
Aaron,
That's what I mean.
Aaron, you gotta listen to me. That's you, man.
I'll be going for sure. I've heard a lot about it. I've heard it's my type of people and my type of flying. So
Dude,
I will for
that's
sure.
all you there.
The funny thing
So
is, I'm not even really going to fly. I really want to get. I've been my 2025 goals are really working on one, making the podcast bigger, better, in many different ways. My YouTube channel, I want to get bigger and better. So I need really good, entertaining content. RCHO will give me very much good, entertaining content. So I will be spending more time with my cameras and doing other stuff. And that's my goal for it. And the flights of what happens there, maybe not all the shenanigans would be videoed, but, there would be.
Yeah, I was going to say, definitely not all of it.
No.
But
don't scare anybody away.
No. The flights, though, that are put on, it is, every flight, when the sun goes down, every flight is going to be, full send.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody goes for it. Everybody puts it down, and it shows. It's a blast. Everybody has a good time. I went once in 2020, right before, the shitstorm hit, of COVID and all that stuff. And I had an absolute blast going there and just haven't been able to make it back since. So I'm pretty sure I think I'm going to make it back again this year. Might only be there for Friday and Saturday and head back home Sunday, but I want to get there and hang out with those guys. Jay and those guys are a good bunch of guys, know how to have fun, and that's really just what I want to do. And I think Aaron would have a good time too.
That doubles as a party. As long as you're safe with it, that is some of the best shit
Yep. So it'll be a good time.
That's one of those events. I'll fly up to a certain time, and then once I want to start drinking, I'll put the stuff away.
I guess we'll see about that one at RCHO.
Yep.
Well, yeah, safety.
It's all about
safety,
gang.
gang.
Yeah, it's in a field in the middle of nowhere. You're good. We'll get Mike to come out.
Be smart. Just be safe.
Yep.
Mike's gonna hop in his little Jeep.
What's that?
Mike's gonna hop in his little Jeep, bring his little Promoto out, and get him out there.
Now, this event, though, I will say,
my little Jeep.
Whatever next Fun Fly we meet Mike at, we are not doing fucking brakes at. We are not replacing vehicle brakes if your brakes die on the way to the Fun Fly.
Oh, they shouldn't.
Unless it's on a Promoto.
Nice.
That was miserable.
I'm all in on the Promotos. You guys ain't gonna talk me out of it.
Apparently you are. So I'll do some digging. I'll see what I can find out for him. Maybe I'll look.
I think your work needs to sponsor me.
My work needs to sponsor you?
Send me a demo one just for testing.
Good luck.
Tune.
Good luck. I worked there like 8 years and never got anything. Good luck.
If my work sponsored anybody, it's going to sponsor me. The heck? Maybe we need to get we got to find a way to get full package big enough that we can,
Yeah, we need a full package demo Promoto.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's
make it happen.
Submit the proper paperwork for approval in triplicate, and we'll see what we can do.
I like it.
Probably going to be denied, but
Jeremy, you want to be our lawyer and write it up for us?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Where's your sense of adventure? Come on, man. Alrighty. So, I do want to take a moment to thank a number of people that have been supporting us through the merch store for Full Package. I really appreciate it. Every show I've been trying to put down a link in the description for that merch store. And over the last couple of weeks, we've had people, supporting us there. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. It definitely helps out, helps keep us going with this stuff.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So also, if there's any questions ever, you hit us up at fullpackagerc@gmail.com. Questions, complaints, anything you want to talk about or give us show ideas or whatever you want to do. But yeah, just really want to thank everybody for that. Also on that note, if you haven't noticed, we are on Podbean, but I did finally get us to spread out a little bit. We are now searchable, and you can find us on Spotify. I am working on the Apple thing. I know I've been getting questions from a lot of people that have been listening, and they want me to make this happen. I am struggling a little bit with the Apple thing. So if anybody has any kind of good experience of figuring this one out, if you want to reach out to me and maybe give me a hand. I have just a couple little quirky issues that seem like they shouldn't be issues, but maybe you can give me a hand on that one. And we're going to make it more easily found through other avenues, so more people can find us through here, and we can make this grow and just have fun doing this. So we just really appreciate everybody, as well as all the guests have been coming on, Aaron, Mike, Jeremy for tonight. It's a good time. We really appreciate it all. I just wanted to go on that little rant there, and before I forgot, we got to the end of the show, and I got sidetracked and saw something shiny.
It has been a ton of fun, just getting different people on, getting, it's cool, the variety, getting someone else young like Jeremy, kind of hearing his perspective, a little more, kind of like similar to how I grew up in the hobby, and then hearing, we've had some completely one-off guests that have a unique story, so it's cool to kind of meet and learn everyone, and just see the support, seeing the comments, seeing the likes on Facebook and everything really, really means a lot. So Thank you guys.
Hey, Bob, quick question.
Yeah.
So for any of the viewers at home that want to buy some of the merch, where can they pick that up at?
There's a link. I'll put the link in the description for it, because it's just a store. It's called Bonfire.
Sweet.
And it's got the weird little characters and dashes. It's just hard to actually go over it. So I'll put the link in the description. You can click on that. It'll take you right to the merch store. T-shirts, hoodies, there's different colors, sizes. You go through that store, pick out what you want, and then go from there. I did actually just add some other new cool stuff, duffel bags. And admittedly, I did it for, selfish reasons, because I kind of wanted one. So it turned out pretty freaking cool. I did get one. I am going to be doing a small commercial, if you will, with some of the merch stuff on here that'll show. But the quality of this stuff has been really nice. I've been very happy with it. So I think we're going to stick with how that's going so far. But yeah, so you can click on that link.
You also did confirm that the duffel bag fits a drift car and 2 radios, right?
Yeah. So I was able to fit a 10 scale drift car, a DX5 Pro, and a regular DX5C, and still had a little bit of room for other stuff too. So it's not a huge duffel bag, but it's big enough that you can, fit some nice stuff in there. It's a great overnight
Nice.
bag to take with you onto a heli event or put some spare parts in.
Or take a
Nice.
lot of drugs to a fun fly.
No, that's not it.
Sure.
We're coming
Yeah,
for you,
that's-
RCHO.
Yeah. We're the heli cart full package RCs, the heli cartel. That's great.
That's actually good. I like that.
Yep. Yeah, we start getting that reputation. That's just great.
The heli cartel. That's awesome.
We are a full package heli cartel.
we should do a special edition duffel bag that says definitely not a bag full of drugs on it.
That's easy to do. I can easily set something like that up, but I'm not walking around with that one. That's all you,
I'll
Mike.
debut that one.
We'll get the full package Twisted Tea version for Aaron.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'd love that. Hell yeah.
I'll have to change the colors to match the Twisted Tea.
It'll be insulated. Turn it into a cooler.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that's perfect. I like that. I'll carry that to the flight line with me so I can crack my drinks out there.
Yep.
There we
Nice. So as we're getting to the end here, Jeremy, I do want to thank you for being on. Do you have any final thoughts for us? Any words of wisdom that you would like to leave us with?
So for starters, I do want to say thank you to you guys, Mike, Aaron, Bob. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been truly an honor. I had a blast talking with you guys, catching up. I know I haven't seen you guys in a while since Urcha, I believe.
Yep.
So it's good to catch up with you guys, good to talk with you guys, see how everything's been going, and good to hear everything's going good. I know this winter, kind of sucks and has us, a little bit enclosed, but it's really good to talk with you guys, and thank you for having me on the show. It's really been a blast. To the viewers at home that are watching, I know this winter sucks, and if you're in a warm area, but just have some patience. Soon we'll be up and flying, and stay safe, and just have fun. Soon we'll be up and kicking again.
Very good.
I like it.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Aaron, what are your words of wisdom we can depart on tonight?
Oh man. Sim it up and drink plenty over the winter. Stay warm.
There you go. Simple plan. Sounds good.
That's all I got.
Perfect.
And now,
Like it.
Mike, the all-knowing, what are your words of wisdom for this evening?
Ooh, what do I got? Is this a new segment? The
Nah,
words,
just kinda-
words of wisdom.
Just kind of going with it. We should make it a segment. Yeah. Maybe we will.
Yeah, words of wisdom for the month or the week, whatever it is.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it every other show.
I would definitely say don't do what I do. And if you want something I just bought, just wait a couple weeks. You could probably have a good chance to get it for a really good price.
That is true.
Yes,
That is very true.
That's true.
Yep.
Plus, you don't do what Mike does because you'll go blind and grow hair on your palms.
And I'm starting a movement. It's hashtag Promoto 2025 season.
No.
No.
All right.
Yep.
So anybody that buys a Promoto and it's going to take it to a fun fly, send me a message. I'll make sure I send you at least a couple of full package decals and a full package jet tag. So you can full package that bitch out. And then we can be like the Hell's Angels at events and just have a whole group of them cruising down the road.
I think we should add leather vests to the store. The
little
Promoto gang vests.
Nice.
And we
That would
walk
be
around
pretty
Urcha like badasses.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just the heli cartel, though. Heli cartel vests.
Yep.
That's right.
And get a mini duffel bag fastened on the guy's back.
I'm down. I'm excited. I can't wait.
This is taking on a whole other life of its own. This is crazy. Somehow I have a feeling
it's great. I might have to get two at this point.
Yeah. Well, you need two anyway because Dana needs to drive one.
Oh shit, that's right. Oh shit.
See,
All right.
you're already. So now you need two for each of you.
I might miss a couple shows. I'll be out working.
Yeah, working the streets.
Yeah, something.
You're gonna have to sell yourself for something.
Yep.
So Mike, quick question.
Uh-oh.
How you been liking the raw? I mean, I was gonna say the raw 420. The Steam 420. How you been liking that model?
So I don't have much flying time on it. I will tell you the build was interesting to say the least. It's if you
Okay.
follow the manual, it's not really like the same flow that you get from most manuals. It felt like it jumped around everywhere. And one of the things I noticed was they numbered the bags in the kit, but the numbers meant like absolutely nothing. So it was kind of odd.
So it kind of threw you off in the beginning.
Yeah, it was like, you start with bag 1, but then you're like on page 1 you're pulling stuff out of bag 5 and 4 and some stuff out of 3. So I don't know. If it meant something, I didn't get it. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But yeah, the helicopter, the quality seems pretty decent for what you're, for the price that you spend on it. It's definitely a beater model. But the parts, I mean, the most expensive part for that thing is the canopy. It's like $24. So
Yeah, it's insane. I mean,
it's hard to like have a decent flying helicopter that's that cheap to crash. It's hard to say that you don't like it,
Yeah, it's seriously super cool. Super cool. I
Yeah.
saw it out in Orlando, and it seriously looked very good. It looked very good.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah, for the
shout out to
price.
your sponsor HeliDirect. I actually won mine in their giveaway
Oh,
for Black
nice.
Friday.
Sweet. Sweet. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, they hooked me
Congrats.
up, man.
So
On
it's even
behalf
cheaper
of
for you.
HeliDirect, man. Congrats.
Yep, thank you.
All
Dude,
right,
but yeah,
guys.
that's sweet. That's sweet. So you said earlier that you had like a little tail wag issue, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it's
Does it, if you don't mind me asking, does it look like it's like a rapid wag or like a slow?
No, it's a
wag?
very slow, like a mechanical wag for sure.
Have you tried bumping up your gain?
I did. I actually took it all the way to like 90 just to see what the difference was, and it was just a really chattery with a slow wag.
Oh,
So
is your tail belt? So something that I've noticed as well is sometimes if you have your tail belt a little loose, it can happen as well.
okay.
Or something that I just learned as well from the eel goblin, I had a tail wag issue, but mine was like a rapid tail wag, and sometimes the governor can do that. If your tail belt isn't tight enough, that can also cause a little bit of hunting. I think that's what that's called, hunting on the tail.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I would
And
call it.
yeah, it's just maybe check those things out and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear it down, pull the tail apart, make sure I didn't build it backwards by chance, because who knows. I'm gonna make sure I gotta take a reamer to some of the links. They're a little bit on the snugger side. I would like it to
Snugger?
move a little more freely than it does.
Okay.
Snugger? Is that a
Snugger.
word? Snugger?
It's a
More
snugger.
snug.
I don't know. It just sounds
It is
funny.
on here.
More
It is on
snug.
here.
Yeah, that's right. That's damn right. It is on here. So yeah, I'm gonna take a reamer to them and see if I can open them up a little bit, get it a little smoother, because that might be the problem. It just might be a little stiff
Okay. Okay.
until it gets broken in. But yeah, I'll let
Yeah.
you know how it goes though.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know as well.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You heard it here
Yep.
first. Jeremy is open to all your questions. So anybody out there that's having trouble, reach out to Jeremy and he'll set you up. He'll get you going.
Oh yes, yes, that's another thing.
Flood his messages.
viewers-
Go ahead, hit him up with
Yeah,
everything
viewers
you
at
got.
home. Yes, viewers at home, you can always reach out to me. I answer on Messenger very fast. I help out a lot of people as well. I love teaching. I know I'm not the most experienced guy. I know a significant amount, and whatever I know, I love to pass it forward to the community. I feel like in my eyes, that's how we're gonna keep this RC world alive, just spreading the love, spreading the info and everything. So
That's
if you
good.
guys, viewers at home, have any questions or are having a little bit of trouble with something, just hit me up, man. I love helping people out,
Sounds good.
especially since I had a lot of it coming up in the hobby. I had lots of it, lots and lots of help coming up. So I try to spread forward what I know.
Nice. All right, guys.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to wrap everything up here. We appreciate everything. Jeremy, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Always happy.
Yeah, thank you, man.
We get everybody
Thank you.
on
It's
here,
been an honor.
and all kinds of good stuff happens. We learn all kinds of new stuff. Works out great. So from all of us here at Full Package RC, thank you for another awesome episode. We're going to try to make them very consistent. Won't be long. We'll be back on here with another. Appreciate y'all for being here. So we will see you and hear you and talk to you and all that good stuff very soon. Thanks for being here.
Hell yeah. Go buy a
See you
Promoto.
guys.
See ya. Have a good one, guys.
Later.
fucking pro moto.